Hi guys, Ian Tarrantula back for another video. So this is my 300 subscriber special. So I put out on my Facebook and my Instagram pages a Q&A post, and I've had a few responses back from this. So what we're going to do is we're going to delve into them now, and I'm going to answer as many as I can. Okay guys, so we're going to go straight into it. So we're going to go into Instagram first. So this was from Chasing Mice. If you could only ever own one of your tarantulas, which one would it be and why? So, tough one to choose, but I would probably have to say my Brachypelma auratum at the moment is my favourite one in my collection. I just like the colours and he's got lots of attitude. So, thanks for that one, Chasing Mice. So, we will go on to the next one now. So, that's Simon's 8-legged freakouts. If you couldn't have tarantulas, which invert would you have? Again, that's another tough one. I owned a scorpion before, but sadly that one passed away. I wouldn't mind having another go at keeping a scorpion again at some point. So, cheers for that one, Simon. So the next question is from Backmar Breedings. What's your favourite tea in your collection and why? Wink, wink. For you, it'd be the Balfours. This one is from Shez456. Why is your fiance the best? Well, she lets me keep tarantulas, so there. Okay guys, so we're going to go into Facebook now. I've got quite a few on there. So from Cousin Fell Ferret, he's got quite a few questions on here. So top 5 non-invert YouTubers. So beforehand, I was really big on Call of Duty. I've been probably a big fan since Modern Warfare, maybe even before that. So yeah, quite a few years now. I watch a few of the guys, a few of the big YouTubers that do the Call of Duty. But the ones I really enjoy are these knives only. I find his content with just using the throwing knives and the melee weapons really good, really skillful. I even sort of like learned a bit off of him on how he does it and put it into practice myself. Now I've recorded hours and hours of footage of the same sort of stuff, but I've never actually got around to actually uploading it to Facebook or YouTube, sorry. Anywhere, so it's just literally just sat on my hard drive on my PlayStation, and yeah, I've got quite a few good sort of like long distance throw knife kills and combos of combinations of kills, and yeah, it's really really good. But like I said, I've just never got around to doing it. So yeah, so him. Another Call of Duty YouTuber would be Marley13, the young Scottish guy. I find him really hilarious. Just some of the stuff he comes out with is brilliant. Who else is there? So moving away from Call of Duty, I really like watching like sim racers. So you've got like Super GT and Jimmy Broadbent. They're kind of like the two biggest sim racer YouTubers from the UK. Both of them are quite funny and do quite a lot of live in the evenings, a lot of live racing on their channels. Yeah, and I sometimes sit and watch a bit of that. Moving away from gaming, probably the last one I'd have to say is a guy called Skins. Now he is like a DJ tutor, so he teaches guys how to DJ basically, and I've been doing DJing myself for a number of years now. I've got a mobile DJ that I do weddings and birthday parties and stuff, so I've got quite a few hints and tips off of him, off of his channel. He's been going for years on YouTube now, for a long time, and yeah, he's really good guy to watch on his channel. Yeah, so there'd be the top 5 non-invert YouTubers that I watch. Okay, so next question from Cousin Feral Ferret is top 5 up-and-coming invert YouTubers. So number 1, without a shadow of a doubt, is the amazing Princess Sophie Pink. For 7 years old, to have such a fascination with inverts and tarantulas, it's just amazing to watch. Her channel has just taken off and you know, overtaken me in subscribers now. She won't be long before she's hitting 1,000, 10,000 subscribers. So you know, a screen presence, the way she puts herself on the camera is just unbelievable for a 7-year-old girl. And yeah, she's got a bright future ahead of her. So yeah, that's the first one. Second one, well, it's another young girl from over in America. So that's Natalie from Natalie's 8-Legged Adventures. Again, young girl who loves tarantulas. You know, what more can you ask for your kids to enjoy the hobby that obviously the parents are into as well. So that would be the first two. Obviously can't not put you in the question, Cousin Phil Ferret, because you're the one that asked me for it. But no, I do enjoy watching you. You're different to quite a few other people. Where you put yourself across. You know, I find you quite funny. So that'd be 3. So 4. It's hard because there is so many out there, but I'm gonna have to think about this one, guys. Okay, so I've gone through all the channels that I'm subscribed to, and it's really hard to actually narrow it down to another 2. But I think if I was to name 2, one would have to be, I enjoy Gav from Valley's Tarantulas. I like his biceps for his sturmies. And probably the last one, it's really hard to go through this list of all the guys I'm subscribed to, because I enjoy pretty much all of their content. So you know, it's hard to narrow it down, you know, and I feel bad for leaving out people that obviously would go in there as well. But I must say I like Northern Exotics. I like his stuff as well. So so there'd probably be the 5 that I would say. But yeah, sorry if I didn't include you, but yeah, I'll watch you all. So yeah, so we move on to the next one. So top 5 YouTubers you feel should be bigger. First one, straight off the bat, Tom Moran, Tom's Big Spiders. I think everyone who searches for care tips, husbandry tips, anything like that, he is the one that pretty much everyone goes to. He's pretty much put any spider in and he'll come up with a video on how to house it properly, or how he houses it, and generally 99.9% of the time it's all spot on. So yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, Tom's Big Spiders is definitely one that should be a lot bigger than he is. Who else would there be? Again, going through the subscriptions, I feel everyone should have more subscribers than they should. But Peter Webster, obviously, you know, such a generous guy in the hobby. That, you know, again, he should be up there with a lot more. Let's go through this list. You know, I'm just going through now, and I'm thinking, yeah. And one that's been going for years is Spider-Man as well. I like watching his stuff. You know, he's been on there for a long time. I think he's at about 60,000 subscribers. But you know, considering some of the guys up there with, you know, over 100, 200,000 subscribers, yeah, I think he should be up there as well. Just going through now. Sorry, guys. It's hard. It's so hard because I think everyone should have more than what, you know, what. Inverted Ben, you know, he's been going about a year now, so his channel's going to blow up. I love watching his content. Last one, come on. Bug Rounds. How can I not say Bug Rounds? You know, for what he's done, you know, with the Fatal Fangs and everything, you know, got 64 guys to get their clips in and everything, and trying to promote everybody's channels. You can't not say Bug Rounds doesn't deserve it. So there you go, that's my top 5. So next question from Cousin Phil Ferret. What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? What do you mean? Is it an African or a European swallow? Next one from Cousin Phil Ferret. What's your favourite colour? Red, for the Super Saints. So this next one's coming from Jessica Phoenix. So if you could invent an animal, what would it look like and what would its traits be? So what would it look like? It's a really tough question, this one. But I would go with a P. metallica the size of a Goliath bird eater. That would be just awesome. The sheer size of that would be unbelievable. So yeah, that's what I'll go with. So next one from Jessica was, where did the love of the hobby develop? So I've been into sort of like exotic pets for a long time. I particularly got into spiders and tarantulas some time ago, but I've never actually had the chance to actually keep them myself until fairly recently. I watched a documentary quite a long time ago on the Goliath bird eater. I think it was a David Attenborough program or something like that. I can't quite remember now, but it had the Goliath bird eater on there, and I was just mesmerised by the sheer size of this tarantula. And as soon as I finished watching it, I just googled it and saw the video with Tarantula Dan, where he was handling his massive Goliath bird eater, and I was like just mesmerised. And I've done a bit of research, but at the time I couldn't keep them myself, and then few years have gone by, I've got into the position now where I can keep them. So yeah, so I've built up my collection a bit. So yeah, so the love of the hobby has probably just come from just watching documentaries really, and then just wanting, got fascinated by that way. So yeah, thanks for that question. So next question from Jessica is, what's the best and worst experience you've had in your time of keeping? So best experience, probably the first time I got my tarantula through the post and got to unpack it. Bought from the spider shop for the first time. When it arrived, it was my Brachypelma bomi. Just wondering how, because I didn't obviously ever see it before, so how big was it going to be? Just the excitement of unpacking it. Is it going to bolt out, or is it, is it going to be quite calm and collected? So yeah, the excitement of unpacking the first tarantula is probably the best. The worst is when having a loss in the collection. Sadly, I've lost 2 little slings lately, but I've been lucky enough yet not to lose any adults, apart from the one that sadly got eaten by the female, sending it off to Garth from Predator or Prey online. But that was, that's just the way it is with with the hobby. If you're going to send off breeding, you've got to take those risks of the male's been eaten. But so yes, just to see them come home and they've curled up and there's nothing you can do. So that's probably the worst experience, just losing some of your collection. So thanks for that, Jess. Now we're going to move on. So I've got one from a Shannon Fradley. Do you or would you ever get into the reptile hobby, like snakes, lizards, etc.? And if so, which ones would you like to own? We already have a bearded dragon in the house. He belongs to my fiance's son. He has appeared in a few of our videos. When I was younger, so we're going back into the 1990s now, when I was at school, I'm going to put an embarrassing picture here. So this was me with my green iguana. I had him for probably a good 10 years. When I met my ex-partner, we had to move when we had my daughter. And sadly, we couldn't take him with us because we just didn't have the space to keep him. So, we sadly had to rehouse him. But I'd love to get another one. I would love to get a chameleon as well. Maybe one day we will, but at the moment it's not looking likely for a little while. Snakes, me and the partner have been talking about this before. We would love to get snakes, but she's petrified of rodents. Now I can't even, she won't, it's like I can't even keep them in the freezer to keep them for the food. So unfortunately snakes are a no-go, but any lizards, like I say, the bearded dragon. But yeah, we maybe in the future get another lizard, but you know, time will tell. So thanks for that question. Okay, so the next question's coming from Kathy Egg. Is there an invert where you would say no, never, not going to get one of those, and why? Probably anything you'd need a DWA license, so like Sydney Funnel Web or Black Widow or anything like that. Just for the safety of everyone in the house, really. Yeah, so they would probably be the ones that I wouldn't go for. Next question, what's the worst reaction you've had from people who find out what you keep? So this is from Heidi Stanley, from Heidi Stanley Spiders. Worst reaction, probably from people like, I've never come around your house again. Well, great. Yeah, you don't want to come around? Yeah, I should have got them sooner. Yeah, so that's probably, you know, you get the people on Facebook that are spiders, why'd you keep them for? You know, they don't do anything. Well, my reaction to that is, well, you keep fish, or people keep fish. You can't do nothing with them. It's the same thing, really, but you just don't put water in. You know, you get all different colours and different species, same as you do with fish. And to be honest with you, tarantulas are easier to keep, cheaper to keep than fish. So yeah, that'd be my reaction when people say, oh, they don't do nothing, why do you keep them for? Yeah, so it's quite an interesting question. It always gets some people's backs up when you post on pictures on your personal profile. But yeah, I quite enjoy it sometimes. I keep it to a minimum. I put everything onto my Ian Tarrantula page rather than my personal profile, just to keep it separate, really. I like to do it that way. So yeah, so thanks for that, Heidi. So got the last question here. What were your thoughts when you first bought your first ever spider? I was like, right, I want to get more. That was my first thought. As soon as I got it, I was like, I've got to get more. Got to get more. It is an addiction, and anyone who has just got one spider in their collection, can you tell me how the hell you managed to do that? Because as soon as I got one, well, when I ordered my first one, I actually bought 3. So, and it's just grown ever since then. So, so yeah, first reaction was like, wow, I need more. So yeah, so that's going to bring it to a close, guys. So thank you very much for everyone who contributed to the questions. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. So take care of yourselves.